All right, peace, peace, peace. What up? Just want to come back with a quick video, man. Yeah, man. I want to talk about this, man, because it goes into like some of my tell. It's kind of like like Gilly and Wallow had free game. I kind of came up with a you know thing called the, I don't know, it's a little corny, but the jewelry store. But man, I want to go into this, man, because I was talking about this with a coworker earlier, man. How like we talk about this all the time, man. One, how like the Most High in your house shot doesn't force people anything to do what they don't want to do. Also, too, man, like you can't stop somebody from their own desires. Like people, you can give like the people the device, the word, all of it, man. But you can't force anybody to do anything, man. Like you can't have like control over anybody. People want to do what they're going to want to do. Like at the end of the day, man. Like and I say this as in the aspect of one spiritually, on a spiritual level and natural level, but it's all going to tie in together, man. Because especially like cause like one, cause people like doesn't like in the word the Most High in your house. I tell people what to do every day, but people don't do it. So like, and that's why you can tell people say, "Oh, this is it's a book to control people." No, it's like how? Cause like it's got a bunch of people that's not doing what the Most High in your house just said. Like amongst our people, other nations, just the world in general. So that's is what it is, man. But I say this to say, man, cause a lot of times too, like um like especially like on natural like dealing especially like something like this with unruly woman, right? And that's just you know and we want to look at this because I'm just not talking about natural women, but we can talk about this, look at an aspect, because we see this in the word, man. Because like it's just a man, you could be the most masculine, the most like temperate, disciplined man, like ever, man. But the woman, if you have an unruly woman, she's gonna do what she want to do, and we gonna look at that real quick. Let's go on Esther and look at that, man. But she's gonna do what she wants to do, man. So that's just really is what it is at the end of the day, man. Like it's shoot. Then Israel, then like the Most High house shall tell us what to do, and we did what we want, and we continue to do what we want, and still gonna do what we want. So yeah, man, it's the same thing, man. It could be most masculine, disciplined, respectable, or like fashion men ever. But if you're dealing with unruly woman, that's just she's gonna do what they what she's going to do. But all it matters is but what the Most High in your house shall do. That's why we not in the land now. So listen, you can do what you want to do. Same thing with a child, but you just not gonna do it around here, not around me. And that's the thing about it, man. Like if you're a man and you gonna tolerate that, cool, that's on you. But like, listen, I'm not gonna tolerate that. You go ahead somewhere else with that. But we can see this how like even have, because a lot of times too, people like think that if you're rich and have money, like the woman is gonna be more obedient and submissive, and going to do it going to be in order. And that's not the case a lot of times too. Does that play a factor? Kind of, but not really, man. Because listen, with Bill Gates' wife left him, and we're gonna see here in Esther, like this is a Cain. We're gonna see this real quick, man. Like I just want to talk about this real quick, man, because I'm just really talking about for this, like the liberal Western one. But like I'm actually watching the class. Like the brother sent me firstborn said, man, like listen, you have to know like how women act, because it's like that's why Jeremiah 6:2. That's why, because a lot of times we as a people act like women, like we act just like we just do that. But that's why like a lot of times too, when like this and this is what I try to like even not just myself, the other brothers, like of course or in the word or out the word, but most of the time in the word. Well, yeah, in the word or out, or had to understand, like too, especially with these red pill MGTOW like type of brothers, man. They had to understand, man. Listen, this how like but more brothers in the word. I tell this a lot more how we act, like more like when we talk about women, how they act, how they conduct themselves, especially. And I get it, man. It's very annoying, very frustrated. But I don't really get into gender war conversation or like debate, stuff like that, because it's circular talk. Like just like race can be circular talk. Now it's time to address those type of things, but looking at a spiritual level, even on a natural level, I'll talk about it sometimes. But like as far as that debate, no, it's circular talk. I try to avoid that stuff because I'm on the time around and stuff. But also, what was I going to say? Yeah, you can't be too upset, because listen, just how like we see the our women act. That's how we act towards the Most High in your house shot, man. Actually, I was talking about this with my homie the other day. Like actually a few times when we was watching the playoffs and football playoffs over few months, like a month or so ago. I was like, yeah, man, like it's because how the men are acting. That's all a reflection of how we look, how we act towards Most High Yahweh. That's why he said in Amos, or he said, listen, your daughter shall be horse in the street, but I won't punish him. Now, is he saying, no, I'm not actually going to punish him for their behavior? No, but he's just going to say, I'm just going to let you deal with this because that's how you're doing me. So, like, a lot of times you can't get so mad at these women, especially or our women, things of that nature, because it's like, it's how we're acting, this in totality, man. So, it's how we doing the most on house child to our husbands. So, but can be annoying, vexing, of course, man, especially these liberal Western women. But it is what it is, man. So yeah, man, let's get this in Esther though, because yeah, listen, you could be the most masculine man. You could have money. You could be a king. You could be all that stuff, man. But if you have an unruly woman, she's going to do that. Cause yeah, get this in Esther real quick. Because you see is that Esther chapter 1 Esther chapter 1 verse 1 verse 11. It says to bring Vashti the queen, because yeah, here's a king. He wanted to show off his wife. It's like, come on, we having a good time. We want my wife to come. It says to bring Vashti the queen before the king with the royal crown, to show the people and the princess her beauty, for she was fair to look upon. So yeah, he's like, listen, man, having like with my men around here in my kingdom, like we just having a good old time. Come on, y'all see my wife? She's very beautiful. It says, but and this is a king, mind you. This is a king, so he's rich. He has money. Even more importantly, power, like claim, all that stuff. But it says to bring Vashti the queen before the king and with the crown royal, to show the people and the princess her beauty, for she was fair to look upon. But Queen Vashti refused at the king's commandment by his chamberlains. Therefore, that made the king very wroth, and his anger was burned in him. So yeah, because then it says let's get this in Sirach. There's a reason why, man, because like it says this. Yeah, Ecclesiastes also no, it's right, chapter 20, verse 19, verse 21. It says, if a servant says to his master, I will not do as it pleases thee, though afterward he do it, he angereth him that nourished him. So yeah, but she didn't even do it. So yeah, that's why he's angry, because he he gave a commandment like to come here, and she didn't do it. But listen, this all goes into having an unruly woman, because listen, she people going, and also too, it's Berlin with that Sirach 15, like we always talk about. Like, listen, that's why the Most High House Shah says, listen, if you're willing to do it, keep the faith in me and keep my instructions when law says you can. But if you don't, cool, I ain't gonna force you to do nothing that you don't want to do. So, because that's the misconception that you trying to force it on people, because they're really, the thing is about this, for a lot of times people with the word, they just try to they come with condemnation. So that's why people think that you're trying to force people to do something, but really that's not the case. Because most of the house, if know how they move, how they operate, they don't do that at all. So that's neither here nor there. But no, so man, we had an unruly. We've actually had an unruly woman to the king. So somebody had power, riches, and wealth, all that type of thing, but she still want to do what she's going to do. And that's the thing with brothers, well, you have power or rich or something like that, or even you had those things. Listen, if you're dealing with an unruly woman, she's going to do what she want to do, man. That's like Israel, we did what we want to do. When we had the most definitive masculinity with the Most High house shot, doesn't get more masculine, doesn't get more of a man than that. And but still, women's gonna do what they want to do. But also too, man, Bill Gates, even that didn't his wife leave him, and all these times we see this with these NFL players, and I mean with the sports players and stuff like that, all the times, man. But a lot of times too, it's their fault, because one, they didn't do it the smart way on the natural tip, because Derek Jeter, he waited till he's retired, then he got married. But a lot of times too, once Yeah, man, we see it all happen. So you can have money, all that stuff like that. And also too in that life, they're not really even around them like that. So they just be the one both parties be doing what they want to do. They just be getting their freak on a lot. So not all of them, but the majority of them. With the athlete is because I get it. Athlete they think like conquerors, so they're going to do that. They have a bunch of women coming at them like easy access, and also to the woman, she's home all day, or she's like got. So yeah, that's neither here nor there. I'm going to something else, but yeah, man. But yeah, man, the woman she gonna do what she want to do, and whether you have power, status, money, or not, it doesn't really matter. So we see this time and time again each day, man. But also too, man, like you gotta realize this, man. Like and since we talked about Cain, man, like, and this is another way of Cain, because this is a way of Cain, because when you a lot of times too, we got these, especially nowadays, it's more it's even high more now. It was kind of happening when I grew up, especially like with our women or any woman, because any woman, no matter what, like nation she is, there's a woman at the end of the day. That's their nature. You gotta know the nature of the woman. You can't get mad at it, like the Brother Chronicles of Judah used to say. Just know their nature. So even here, like even in the liberal Western time. But listen, this happens with women all across, man. It happened in the ancient world as well. There wasn't as so much, but listen, a woman's gonna be a woman at the end of the day. So that at the core, but you gotta realize that too. But also too, here's the one thing that women could to say when you gotta watch, like you gotta get rid of this, or like just don't deal with this immediately. When you like one, like the brother said, like I'm somebody firstborn the other night, like when you got like women say that, like they say men are dumb, or she has any type of like misandric or like hatred for men, or even if it's subtle or sly, like makes little silly comments, or this her interaction with men is not really cordial. Don't deal with that, because it probably stemmed from like one, not love from her father not being there, or not having a good relationship with the father, or any type of man in her life, or any past man that comes there, or sometimes they don't like man, whatever, I don't know. But that's the one thing too. But also too, you gotta be mindful of women that say this type of dumb stuff. Oh, you can't handle me, or like the whole Tony Braxton. I was watching that video a few months ago. He wasn't man enough. You gotta watch that, because like that's a Cain type of mindset though. Because it's like, here's the thing with that. It's like, okay, because it's similar like Cain, what we just talking about. Because listen, okay, what they're saying is, okay, you're not going to deal with my behavior, so you're just weak. You're not man enough. No, I don't want to deal with your behavior. I'm not dealing with that. You go with somewhere. Actually, that makes me more of a man. That actually doesn't make me weak. That actually makes me wise. I'm not dealing with you, because the Most High house does that. They do that. They do it all the time. They done it. They do it. Continue to do it, man. That's what it is. Because the same thing with Cain. Because what? Because then Cain didn't give the Most High house what they wanted, and then when the Most High house rejected it, say, no, listen, I'm not with that. You're not giving me your best. Like you're not it's that Nurse Ratched, that Kathy Bates misery from mentality. I know what's best for you mentality, or I'm gonna just do what I want. I'm gonna give you what I want. Here, take it. Take me as I am. I exist here. And like, no, I'm not dealing with that. I just want this and this and this. And this kind of what we talking about earlier. Like, if you're gonna be around me, you can do what you want to do. But if you're gonna be around me, you're gonna do this and this and this. You're gonna conduct yourself with this and this and this. I'm not tolerating this. I'm not tolerating that. That you can do, but this is what you can do. So, but but if you get then can't get upset. Then can't get upset after that. When he got then the Most High Yah says, listen, can if you do well, if you let's just get it real quick, man. So, if you do well, that should be accepted. If you don't, then hey, that's on you. But yeah, man. But that a lot of time women. That's why it says we're then gonna get this in Jude. It says, if thou doest well, it says verse 6. It says, and the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth, and why thy countenance hath fallen? If thou doest well, thou shalt not be accepted, and if thou doest well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. Yeah. So exactly. So. Yeah, man, but when women do that, man, say that, oh, you can't handle me, you're weak, all this and that, because, like, pretty much what they're saying to, like, men that won't tolerate, pretty much men, they're saying, oh, okay, you're weak because you're not going to tolerate my, disorderly conduct, or my bad behavior, or my misbehavior. I'm not tolerating that. I'm not dealing with that. It actually makes that man wise. That actually, makes it, because I could, like, it's kind of different in reverse, because I don't really see, me personally, it probably has happened, but I don't see really men don't do it. Really, it's a little different with men that do the type of stuff. But I never heard men say, "Oh, you can't handle me" or this and that. But usually it's something different, man. But I'm saying in this aspect of you know for this man, because like when you because yeah, when you deal with like women like that, man, saying you can't handle me or this and that, what they're pretty much saying is you're not going to tolerate my behavior. I'm gonna do all I want, and I want to do it around. I'm still gonna be. Listen, here's the thing too. Here's the thing. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I was gonna say too. Listen, it's like listen, because you're not really. Because I was talking to a sister like a while back, man, and she kind of said something that was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna keep that in mind. She said, yeah, I just don't really like and it's something too. I kind of darted the ball little bit too good. That was a little nothing too. She said, listen, the men are just too like if they're too controlling. That she said, really, I just don't like because she was right. Listen, and she was right on this aspect. Like, listen, don't because women, yeah, especially for men, don't try to change a woman at all. Don't try to do that. Or just get you a woman that that's on you say on the same type of time you're on the same wavelength. Because like as the saying goes, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. That's kind of well known. Like this, it is what it is. But she was kind of saying that in a roundabout way. But then she said something. They said, yeah, I just really don't get it. Like when women they just change for men. It's like that was kind of a red flag to me. I was like, okay. But yeah, man. Because listen, I was like, you will want it. Because doesn't the Most High your house require change? His woman required us to change for them. But here's the thing. Here's what I mean by don't change. Listen, at the core element, because Sirach even goes into the word goes into this. Keep the core element of who you are. But but still, like there's certain things you need to change. Because that's what the Most High House said. Listen, at your personality, like as far as who you are, no, be that. But 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 as far as evil, wickedness, things that are ungodly, things that are contrary to me, you gotta get rid of that. It's like, but the thing is too, like a lot of unruly woman, she wants all that. She wants you to just take the whole deal. Like, no, hey, take the whole thing. Like, no, I'm not taking the whole thing. You're gonna at your core element, you could be who you are, man. Because listen, yeah, let's just grab this real quick, man. Yeah, let's grab this. Power over thy life. Yeah, what's it? Whether it be sun. Where's it at? Where's it at? Hold on, y'all. Okay, bet. Yeah. So yeah, here it is. Ecclesiastes chapter 33 verse 20. He says, as long as thou livest and has breath in thee, give not thyself over to any. So yeah, man. Exactly. So pretty much even in other translations, it goes into don't let anybody change you or things of that nature. Don't ever at your core element, that's what it is. Because certain things you are supposed to change, certain behaviors, certain ways that you have, you're supposed to change. But especially like for a woman, no, don't try to change that woman for who she is, like her character. If she is like, of course she has bad ways. Like no, that's really with anybody. Because listen, I'm always of advocate for listen. These gotta let people be them, man. Like I just listen, like just certain things around me, just and around you, I'm not gonna do. If you don't like the certain things, okay, I can't be. If I want to be in your life, have impact or be bring value to your life, I'm not gonna do. But even for me, like certain things, like just can't do around me. But no, at the core, I'm like, no, be you, man. If they do that, like be you. Especially like if a woman, she's like the like the Bella type from Beauty and the Beast, the reading, the bookworm, the quiet type. Yeah, that's fine. Let her be that. Like or she's like kind of the lively type, kind of like live personality, like kind of like the Aaliyah type. Like you could tell. I never met her, but like, you just tell like she had a lot of personality. I see why a lot of men were attracted to her. Like personality, very like this cool, or like she's or she's just like like the business type things, and no, let her be that, or that's what just anybody, let her be that. But but all the other elements like of like of that's That's contrary to one spiritually. It's contrary to Most High House. It's contrary to you know like the wickedness, the evil, and so that nature purge that out. But even on natural tip, even like all the elements or traits that are contrary to you and what you got going on. Yeah, so listen, you're gonna be around me, kids can't do this and this and this. You can do this, but you can't do this and this, and that's it. But don't try like I do agree with don't try to change like them at the end of the day. No, because you're gonna have big problems, man. Because you know, yeah, man. But but here's the thing, though. It's rare, and it's like a lot of times that says a lot about just a person. Like I'll say this too. But when a lot of times too, like the sister said to me, but a lot of times I know too. But when a lot of it can go both ways because when a woman does actually end up changing for a man, a lot of times too, like depending on one, it depends on like one that woman was self-will from the beginning. She did it, but she never wanted to do it. That's why there's so much problems and backlash in the relationship and so contentious because she wanted to do her own thing, and, and like, but those be the types that they just kind of go with for a while. Then you end up waking up and she's gone. So, but also too, but on the other end as well, it's a lot of times too the woman finds their true happiness in that because like wow, they finally figured out their purpose. My purpose in life was just to serve this man. One would serve the Most High house shop, but serve this man as well in the spiritual aspect, on the godly tip, and and that's the same thing with it. That's why Jeremiah 6:2. Because listen, like it's just here's my thing too. It's like listen, it makes you more happy, like following the ways of the Most High house shop, man, being their wife, man, because like you realize okay, this was my purpose now. Like listen, like Ecclesiastes 12:13, this my purpose, this is my duty, this was what I was just here to do, man. Like listen, of course, like because when even women say that, I'm like listen, that's nothing wrong, because spiritually, because I get it from a natural tip without the word, because listen, I'll expect kind of people say that, but like I look at the things like and other brothers and even sisters as well, like what's in the walk, like things spiritually, like no, listen, we supposed to change for them, like supposed to all the aspect, because I think people get misconstrued the core element to who he is, who you are, but no, it's just like keep your personality, but change these ways. But a lot of times too, a lot of people, this is people in general, but like because we're talking about spiritually, like this on the natural as well, people just don't want to change their ways, like people just don't want to they just want to keep who they are, aspects of who they are, but also keep all their bad ways as well. And don't get it twisted, man, we all have like our ways about us, but that's what requires change, because people just want to be self-willed and do what they want to do. So that's really where like the ram's horns in the lock. But that's just that's just is what it is, to be honest with you though, man. So like but listen, unruly woman, they're gonna do what they're gonna do, man. And also too, I'm just not talking about like natural women too. Let's get this Jeremiah 6:12, man. Like so that's just is what it is too. Well, I do notice that a lot of times too, when women actually like and like like the perfect example of this, man, like it was Nick Cannon old movie it almost came out 20 almost 22, 23 years ago now, man. It's like, oh, well, love don't cost a thing. Like, men and women can learn to love each other, man. Because if you watch that movie, man, Christina Milian's character, actually, because at first, like, he kind of bribed, it was a bribe for him to become popular, which is a mistake, honestly. But, that's a lot of peer pressure and a lot of just typical, that's kind of high schoolish type of thing he's going through. But now, but then when she gets to know him, she actually likes him for who he is now. So, and that's the thing about it too, man. But a lot of times too, when women actually change for their man, like actually change who they are, and they're actually a lot of times too, it can go either both ways. But most of the time, what I figure is most of the time I seen, man, it's like most women are happy for that. They realize, okay, wow, this is my purpose, man. Like just like the old yeah, the brother of Chronicles Judah did a series on it years ago with the old show Insecure with Issa Rae, or like he used to call her Isaac Ray. He was drawn, but I ain't gonna say that because let me stop, because I don't know, that's allegedly, I'm not gonna say that she's that, but I'm just saying. But the old show Issa Rae, but there's a scene in there, and even the brother Chronicles Judah did on a series on this YouTube, a series on, it was a scene in there on the show where she says, or her boyfriend Lawrence, I forgot his name too. The movie he did, Escape Room, actually came out the other day. But there's a scene in there where the character Issa and Lawrence, her boyfriend, her man in the show, she finally admits, like, she says to him, listen, Lawrence, you make me happy, and that's what it is. And like the brother Chronicles Judah said, like in that scene in the video, he said, listen, that's what their woman's purpose is. That's what finally is going to make the woman happy. He's finding that her purpose is pleasing that man. That's it. That's like the Most High house shot. Same thing with, like, us. So yeah, man. And also too, man, when going into this earlier, man, like, that's what a lot of brothers, whether in the word or out the word, had to understand. Listen, man, well, a lot of times too, when these women talk about, like, the men this and men that, and talk about this, man, all these mother goddess, divine feminine worship, or feminist, whatever, they really hate the Most High house. They really hate God. It's really not true, because one, it's like, okay, how can you, like, you can't. It's not possible, because listen, you can't say you love. Someone would just overtly say, "Listen, they're averse to Most High house. They don't like. They hate God." So some will come out and say it. But one, we have certain people in different fractions. Like they'll say they do, but it's like, listen, but how can you, like the brother somebody first one perfectly said, when the man is created in the Most High house as image. So like you can't obviously love them if you hate men. That's just not the case. So yeah. And there's a lot of times too, like this brothers, either in the word, out the word, you have to understand they just hate God. They just don't like, then hey man, they just don't like God. So yeah. Jeremiah 6:12, I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. So yeah. So yeah, all this stuff it's not to go in that woman. I'm not just going at women per se. I'm saying that in the spiritual aspect as well, man. Because yeah, man, because a lot of times too, when it's in the word, it's not only just talking about natural women as well, man. So like, yeah, it's not it's not about that at all too. It's not like, some type of thing, man. I'm just trying to bring out. I just wanted to give y'all a quick of just perspective on something, man. So hopefully this is edifying for y'all brothers and sisters. So peace.